Who is the father of the atomic bomb? Robert Oppenheimer. The project that the United States undertook during World War II to develop an atomic bomb was called the Manhattan Project, and the chief scientist of that bomb was Robert Oppenheimer. A Hollywood movie is being released about him, and that's why there is a renewed interest in this scientist. Oppenheimer, anticipating the massive loss of life and destruction that would follow the bombing of 2 Japanese cities at the time of the bomb's construction, quoted the Gita as saying, "He has now become the destroyer of death in the world." Jornada del Muerto Desert in New Mexico, USA. In the early hours of July 16, 1945, the world's first atomic bomb, codenamed Trinity, was about to be tested. Robert Oppenheimer, chief scientist and director of the project, was waiting for the countdown inside a control bunker 10 kilometers from the blast site. Seeing him, it was clear that a suppressed excitement was working inside him. At 5 feet 10 inches tall, Oppenheimer was always slight. But after 3 years as director of Project Y, the scientific arm of the Manhattan Engineer District, which developed the bomb's design, he further lost weight to 52 kilograms. He became thinner. He slept only 4 hours before the test explosion. Anxiety on the one hand, a smoker's cough on the other, kept him awake. That day in 1945 was one of the most important moments in Oppenheimer's life. Oppenheimer later revealed his deeper feelings in an interview in the 1960s. He said that immediately after the blast, he remembered a line from the Hindu scripture Bhagavad Gita. "Now I have become the meter of death, the destroyer of worlds." According to his friends, a depression settled over Oppenheimer in the following days. One said Robert became quiet and calm because he knew what was going to happen. Born into a German Jewish immigrant family, Oppenheimer was born in New York in 1904 to a Jewish family who had immigrated to America from Germany. They became rich by trading cloth. By the age of 9, Oppenheimer was studying Greek and Latin philosophy, and was interested in minerals. The Mineralogical Club of New York read his letter and thought it might have been written by someone older. He had no interest in sports, the other boys bullied him. But his parents were convinced that their son was extremely talented. Oppenheimer studied chemistry at Harvard University, followed by postgraduate studies at Cambridge, England. For the rest of his life, Oppenheimer lived with the parallel feelings of pride in his work and guilt over its consequences. Oppenheimer smoked heavily from a young age. As a result, he had several bouts of tuberculosis. He died of throat cancer in 1967. He said, "The work of science is not to repeat the same mistakes. It is not poetry.